Today, when Paul's speaking to the Corinthians, what he's saying to them is, hey, I want you guys to follow the example of the Macedonian churches. And we today can read this passage in the same light, that we might be encouraged by Paul to follow the example of the Macedonian churches. And the thing that he's picking up on, particularly with the Macedonian churches today, is their major generosity. And there's this incredible verse 2 of chapter 8. Out of the most severe trial, their overflowing joy and their extreme poverty welled up in rich generosity. For I testify that they gave as much as they were able, and even beyond their ability. These conditions do not lend themselves necessarily to generosity, extreme trial, and extreme poverty. But they decided, in any case, joyously, which is the bit I love, they joyously decided that they were going to recklessly give more than they were possibly able to give. And that's the sort of church that I think God loves and he celebrates, because that's the kind of church that reflects his love for us. The way that he loves us is so generous that he would give us his only son, that Jesus, though he was rich, became poor, that through his poverty we might become rich. So too, we as a church are to spend ourselves, to impoverish ourselves, so that through our giving away, those around us might become rich in knowing God. And one of the ways that that works is actually financially. It's to give away generously and to do it with money. And we're going to talk a little bit about this over the next couple of days, but the key thing to say when it comes to generous giving is it's not about a large sum of money, it's about a sacrifice that's proportional to the amount of money that we have. And so for a multimillionaire to give away £100 is not very generous. For me or for you to give away £100, that's a heck of a lot of money. So that is pretty generous, because for us, that amount of money is a big sacrifice. And if we want to live generously, the way to do it is to choose to, in ways that we feel able to, but that do stretch us, buy the drinks at the pub or give sacrificially to church, which I think is essential, and that's what's going on here, or find ways to help other people that need it, with whatever it might be. Find a way today to financially be generous, give some money away, and the conditions will never be right, in so much as these guys had extreme poverty and yet they were able to be generous. They were going through severe trial and yet they still chose to be generous. But as we do it, and as we do it with joy, we reflect something of God's love to the people around us.